Hi YouTube, this is SLD and I teach biology to class 12. Currently I'm teaching at Taktsang Academy. I collected feedbacks from 12 Science B and I haven't opened it yet, so I'm going to open it up in front of you and give an honest reaction, okay? So let's get started. Feedback. I love the way ma'am teaches. However, I'm someone that tends to forget easily. When ma'am teaches verbally, I can only catch a few sentences and rest I forget. Maybe because it's only been few weeks since study started. I wish ma'am could provide us notes as soon as possible so that learning can go smoothly. The best bio teacher I've ever met. Tup tup alo tup tup. No coba coba jin lo mga chilo coba jin itu ka. To the most pretty, amazing and cool biology teacher, I really love your teachings and the technique you teach us to memorize the topics. No, you are misunderstanding here. I don't encourage memorization at all. I give you techniques to develop connection with it, okay? I thought biology in class 12 would be hard, but with madam's guidance and memorizing tricks, I really enjoy learning biology. And one thing la madam, please smile more often la honestly. I get really scared of madam when you are angry la madam and forgets everything I learned during the class hours. Thank you for being the most amazing biology teacher la. I promise that I will get around 70s and 80s in biology. We love you madam. You should score above 80s. Tukalo, I love you too. Don't be scared. Tu push. I'm grateful for having madam as my biology teacher. I feel like I'm learning better than my previous year. As a repeater, I had difficulty to understand the respiration chapter and did not have a knowledge about its importance and responsibility and other functions. But now it's much easier and helpful with those memory tricks and all la. Every day I'm learning something new. Thank you la. That's good if you're learning something new every day. To Miss SLD, I really like your teaching style la. Miss teaches in such a way that even brainless people could understand the topics. I don't feel sleepy in Miss class. It's very interesting la. Miss make the toughest topic more interesting and understandable. I feel lucky to have a biology teacher like Miss la. Thank you. Yeah, I feel lucky as well to have you as my student. I like the fact that the lessons are fun and creative, which makes it more memorable and interesting. However, I could appreciate if Miss could slow down a bit at times and revise it at the end of the lesson once again. Overall, I love the confidence, the creativity and those memory tricks. It really helps memorize them lessons, and I'm pretty sure it's not only me. Therefore, I would like to let Miss know that I'm grateful to be one of them, one of your students. Thank you. Hello. So you want me to slow down in memo? Okay, noted. Okay, I get that a lot, so I'll try to work on it. Ma'am teaching is very awesome la. With ma'am teaching, I could remember the lesson ma'am have taught easily. I felt afraid when ma'am gets angry la. To be honest, till class 11 I was having hard time to study bio, but with ma'am teachings I felt biology as an easy subject. I hope ma'am will continue teaching mnemonics and remembering techniques la. Tup alo tup. Angry the nam jumulachu when you guys don't interact there. I always say this, if there is interaction, okay, the effort has to be mutual. Of course I will give my 100% and I expect you to give your 100% too, so the effort has to be mutual. And when you remain mute, when there's no non-verbal communication or verbal communication, it drains me out, it drains my energy, and that's what leads me to frustration. So that leads to mass scolding and you get scared. Don't be, okay? It's just that you cooperate and interact. The teaching is awesome. Never had a teacher interact with students like this. Please continue to teach in same manner la, but please be gentle with the scolding la. Also, I am a big fan of your YouTube channel la. PS, a sincere request to let one sir off the hook sometimes la, when we make some errors during work la. Huh? Okay, sure, noted. Please be gentle during scolding lo mutup to balutup. Next time I chul so tam dalu polai na so tang tupa. Chis anzum ma bitup sitush. If madam can be more approachable, like being more friendly in class because it's harder to ask doubts and all. I like the creative ways of teaching that madam does, and those critical and fun poems and stories are memorable. Even those memory tricks are embedded with me, so not much feedback except if madam could be a little more frank. And thank you for your great service till now, and hope to make our beautiful madam proud la. तो the Frank या Frank ती कदे भी Frank बितनिंगा चलो joke बेदो में ना तिंगागी कदे भी Frank लस Dini try bitu tuka. I used to get that a lot. Unapproachable tools azumbe. I used to get that a lot. Ngaragiti try bitu tebeta. Okay, I'll keep that in mind and work on it. Good morning, madam. As per my experience, ma'am's style of teaching is really fun and enjoyable. The songs and remembering techniques are really fun to learn and understand. I have always enjoyed studying biology, and now with ma'am's teachings, I enjoy it way more. I don't have any negative feedbacks for ma'am, as I find this style of teaching just fine and reasonable. Though I sometimes feel scared in class, ma'am has a very intense aura, but all in all, ma'am have been the best biology teacher so far. Don't be scared, Alu. I promise you are safe. I would like if Miss talk a little slowly, because sometimes you tend to teach or talk very fast and I can't really catch up to what you are talking about. Trust me. Other than that, I really like the way you teach us. It is very understandable, and I'm also able to keep it in my mind for a long duration. To palo ngagia thui senga nam sen titi fast speak go mislape. The teaching ngarai no memo yang aga slap chigalape. I have no negative feedbacks. Let's say Anna, I said I charu ito se I got me many. No, he's my friend. I'm at Kuzu restaurant, by the way. Do visit Kuzu restaurant, okay? If you're a Buddhist cuisine lover, just like me. I have no negative feedbacks, and I just want to say that ma'am gi teaching understandable and easy to get the lessons mela. Sometimes class gets over by getting scared of ma'am. Overall, the teaching technique are awesome. All those ways of remembering techniques help me a lot. Please continue teaching like this with the rest of the topics. Mamra do miss ngalta mo madu selo ngai kache ni chilo. Miss, your lessons have taught me a lot more than last year. I like the way you teach. I had fun while learning biology with you, Miss. I had this thing where I take a lot of time to understand and learn. I hope Miss can help me with this. I am slow in learning and doing things, so hope Miss won't mind. I hope Miss won't mind. I wish Miss could provide us more soft questions. Thank you to Miss. Sure, I'll do that for sure, 100%. Slow learner, memo che tup I'll slow down. Nabadinga ko le bitingi tu kaya. Hello, ma'am. To comment on the way ma'am teaches, I really love it. It's my first time in my whole life that I'm enjoying my bio session. I never fell asleep, nor my mind was distracted during bio classes this year. Thank you, ma'am, for your effort on teaching us. But sometimes when a beautiful face turns red, I get so scared and forgets my lesson in between. Lastly, love you and your teaching. Since my skin is brown, I turn purple, okay? Top. I'll make it a point to not to get angry, and you make it a point to not to make me angry. And when do I get angry? When you guys don't interact. So avoid those things, okay? Miss is very good in teaching, but sometimes it's hard for us to understand the lesson when Miss is angry. Imbe. Jokes are next level. Miss ki smile ekdam tup. Ma'am, you are so good at teaching. Thank you. Thank you, Alu. Feedback on Miss Aseldi. So far, everything has been going well. Miss teaches really well and makes creative way to memorize things or terms. This helps one to remember hard terms and become more creative. Ani misunderstand laluchigi. I don't encourage memorizations alutuka. If you want to remember a lesson for long term, you have to develop connection with the lesson, and that's what I've been sharing. It's all gachmo memory connection nimba, not for memorization. If you memorize, it will only lead to failure. It will mix things all up. You won't have the clarity if you memorize. What you do is you get a scientific concept in depth, and to remember it, you develop connection with it by being creative, by learning in a creative way. That's what I did. I don't encourage memorization, okay? If Miss could teach us through projector and provide us with notes, then we will be grateful and will always be in your debt. Some of us can learn better through picturesque form, picture form. And remember, projector of course use beyond. I have a habit of teaching mostly by using 3D videos and pictures. The projector fix mabe. Once fixed, I'll always make it a point to use projector. Madam is very skilled, and no one can understand. And one gonna understand your teachings la. Okay, sometimes a little bit fast and can understand la, but can understand la. Chi feedbacking a gukucho me alu tuka. Konna don't use such word tu bushanzum. It's very informal. Going to sazum digo me. Can madam provide notes la? Sure way. Notes chilo majuma galjini be. Mashallah. Your teaching is creative and entertaining, which makes it easy to remember, but has to slow down a bit. Tup alo. Chigi angal remind me to tuka. Ngana sim chichi josh la bitela fast remember de. The chigla met madam as kole be stush. Yeah, sorry. Big thing. I need to change. Okay, well, number one, I remember. Need to change ma'am's facial expression, la, as if ma'am could teach us without getting angry, just like sometimes ma'am teaches us with happy face and jokes. Chisu anyways, alo. I have this straight face. Ngatsib mazur tsib zazum thong se chi ani tuga. Rest all good la. Tup. Ma'am teaches very nicely. When I was at class 9, I always failed in bio and I couldn't understand one single word of biology. Because of ma'am, I'm able to understand very well that I won't forget those things for the rest of my life, madam. Sometimes a little bit too fast. Understand base the test na understand base. Tengo melo tuka. Ana feedback na nasa mi teacher test na feel tema sa kami. Madam's teaching are so good and understandable, so please continue la. Madam's tone is sometimes strict and harsh due to the fear, including myself. Many students in the class is scared of madam, and we are not able to understand the lessons sometimes. If you are scared, your brain open up fully and buildara the lessons and grab so don't be scared. And do choose men me sometimes ma'am makes the class so interesting with jokes and stories related to studies, and this helps a lot in remembering it. So please continue the creativity la. Tup. I hope ma'am can give us questions like the ones on the test after every topic so we can practice and study. Tup. Dear ma'am, I really adore the way you teach us. The lessons that you had taught till now were smooth and clarified my doubts. If I be honest, even my previous teacher didn't teach us in details, and when you teach, it feels like a new topic to me. I may not be an excellent student, but I will try my best to do well in your subject. Thank you for your effort and giving your best while teaching. Beautifully written, Alu. Give your best. You just make it a point to be consistent. I like the way ma'am teaches us, and it also helps me a lot to understand what ma'am is teaching, as madam teaches in a simple way and memory tricks, which helps a lot to remember quickly. Dear Miss Asaldi, I feel like ma'am's teaching skills are very good since ma'am interacts with us and also giving tricks to remember enzymes and scientific terms. But sometimes ma'am teaches very fast and it feels a bit hard to catch up. So would be grateful if ma'am could slow down a bit. Thank you, ma'am. Top alu top. I'm writing this letter to I'm writing this letter to express my gratitude to you for teaching us biology in a creative and scientific way. The reason I came to this school is only because of you, La. Thank you for teaching us and letting each and every one understand the lessons. Okay, Alu, thank you for coming to Taktsang Academy, okay? To the most beautiful teacher, really like the way ma'am teaches, but if ma'am could slow down a tiny bit, I would really appreciate it as I have a habit of writing down what teachers explain word by word. Overall, thanks to madam, I'm really understanding bio for the first time. Thank you, ma'am. Tub alitub. Nabalinga na mi sa mi careful bigoy mo mo with my teaching pace. Karera rang slow with the try big ito palo. Ma'am's teaching style is a perfect blend of creativity and knowledge. On top of that, ma'am's belief towards integrity in learning gives justice to all of us. When ma'am teaches on board, the notes often gets compact which makes copying the notes difficult and missing out proper layout. I felt that as well. I like the way ma'am teaches and the mnemonics madam give us are very helpful, La. I hope madam give us more of it, La. My perspective of biology have changed because of ma'am in a good way. We need more teachers like you so that our country will have greater future leaders. Biology has now become my favorite subject because of ma'am. Please don't say the marks out loud when you give us back the test papers, La. Why? Allow. And there were too many questions during the test for us to answer in 40 minutes. Mapaimbe ani 40 minutes titul ani asnum short. 1 hour chibuk te no shisulo. To bal lapsing marks loud be melap tuka. Chignam chuta on ba whisper be tubush. Chepel tenus like do. Dear Ma'am SLD, I feel lucky to be your student. Not only that, it has a pleasure. I like the way you teach biology with creativity and interesting. The reason why I came in this school is because of you. Actually, I'm not a good in biology, but when you teach biology with interest and passion, I also get very interested in learning biology. Keep it up, La. All right. Thank you for coming to Taktsang Academy. Respected madam, you are an amazing teacher. I never had a teacher like you in my school days, but as of now, I feel lucky to study under you, La. I adore you a lot, La. Thank you for that. I like your teaching, madam, but madam monthly test na leshum be matsula. And I'm really sorry for that, La. Madam gi answer sheet jimda marks sumadana. Yeah, tup. Melam ngai tuba. Next year love you marks. Love say alo. The mamra gaching I conclude be la chin chus mamra do be me bat mo te chus do dalo lesson Brenda Zimisue Simeba. Tambra tinga toda tam na sa harsh and tam simeba lo. The toda zimi the guy polite na town damazoda. The tangagi ani bimbalu, so tani lai chusik bin de. I always say this for learning to take place, there has to be interaction. Chisu mamra kadivit mezawachin, so far I notice boda. Mamra half of you remain mute messages. I common as zumbe, chiu korota de mebade. How guigas and guis love ni mindu yan, magos love ni mindu. There is no facial expression, body language, and sami negative vibe jimme. So and boda azum energy drain out jume even if it's for first period. Drain out ju that keeps me repeating the topic. Repeat baby come then chi baby birura chisuginali reaction mi bigale imaga. Then it drains me out there. Tana first jumeba and that triggers me mebate so azum mabitum galo. For learning to take place, there has to be interaction, okay? Chi communicate begonga chika. Communicate verbally begosera mibate. Non-verbal communication can happen also. Non-verbal communication you communicate through your body language, facial expression, azum bego batuka. Telecham chi learning take place bego. One-sided effort gidi mapole learning take place besola. Bemisuba dalu tugush anchi semgasha. Chigani interact bedo chinga choto tango methemba de tichi dogobrami. Telanga choto tam dalu careful begi tugushalo. Harsh tone na milap tupka polite na lapke. Top. Anyway, thank you for your feedback. And Chidi, I need to slow down even more. Top alo, top. I'll make it a point to slow down. Chisi feedback tautolu majority of you in kachmo majority of you are I think slow learners imeba. And I'll make it a point to slow down. Top kush.